What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome information for you. Before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. And we're starting off with Nintendo's secret weapon in the next gen race, the weapon that they're going to use to make sure that they have games that look as crisp as possible. We've talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again. Nintendo Switch Sports. Nintendo released some new screenshots of the game that actually look even better than what you would expect for a game that does have a more simplistic art style. So, according to Nintendo of America on Twitter, here's what they had to say about the game. The SPOCCO square awaits you. The SPOCO? I don't know how to say that, but either way, you guys let me know in the chat. The location where all hashtag Nintendo Switch Sports matches are held. Who's ready to take a break and spend some time here, arriving on April 29th or 4/29. Then they also have a link as well to that. And as many have pointed out, and I've talked about it as well, this is one of the titles to take advantage of the AMD Super Resolution, to where you can take an image that isn't quite the resolution that you want it to be or the way that you want it to look, and you can pretty much use the technology that upscales it, and it makes it look way better than what it actually is running at in order to reduce the strain on the system so you can continue to have a better frame rate or better performance in the game. Very similar to how Nvidia has the DLSS technology that Nintendo's probably going to be utilizing with Tensor cores in their next system, their next gen system, or their next gen Nintendo Switch system, I should say. But looking over these screenshots here, this looks absolutely incredible. It looks sharp, it looks vivid, it looks really nice. Some people are saying that it's above 1080p screenshots or something. I'm guessing because they're saving it as and then looking at those screenshots themselves. But yeah, they look really good. They look super good. And I'm looking through the file information as well. And yes, the dimensions are definitely a lot higher when it comes to the resolution. The dimensions are 4096 by 2304, and that is the screenshots that they put up on there. So obviously it seems, if this is directly from the game, that this is going to be a lot higher when it comes to the game in terms of how it looks than what you would normally anticipate with the Nintendo Switch game probably being like at 720p or 900p docked, or maybe even 1080p docked on some of their games. So this game looks clean. It looks good. It looks clean. It looks very nice. It looks sharp. Every time that I've seen this game, it looks incredible with it. So this AMD Super Resolution, and probably later with DLSS, is going to be a really big help for Nintendo when it comes to the performance of their games, when it comes to how these games look on the devices that you are playing them on. So I'm very excited about that. But besides all of that, I'm excited for the game itself. Nintendo Switch Sports looks absolutely incredible. All of the somewhat, I guess, not publicly known stuff out there, because people didn't really talk about it too much, but for those that did, when they played the demo, that everything ran well, everything was smooth, everything played well, and that it was a lot of fun. Brought back some of those memories from Wii Sports on the Nintendo Wii back in 2006 when they first played it, or whenever they did. So I'm very excited to get into Nintendo Switch Sports and see what this game has to offer, because I think it's going to be a really good game, and there should be new content actually coming out as well too. So there should be new content, new DLC. They're adding in, I think, golf. That's going to be one of the first ones added. They're adding in an update to where you can use like the leg strap from Ring Fit into the game as well with the soccer. So yeah, this is good. This is definitely some good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Nintendo Switch Sports looks awesome, and I cannot wait to try it out this April. I'll definitely be checking it out. Kirby's going to give me some time there. There's Triangle Strategy. There's Pokemon Legends. I still got to go back and clean up some of the stuff there. Man, there is a lot of content on the Nintendo Switch out in this first quarter or so. So what are your thoughts on Nintendo Switch Sports coming out very soon here? Not too long. A little bit, about a month or so, right? Next month. Should be here sooner than later. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here, guys. We've got a big milestone for Kirby in the UK. Now, we all know that the UK is not a huge market for Nintendo, but things have been getting a bit better in that region. We know that France, when it comes to Europe or that side of the world, France is usually pretty good, you know, when it comes to that side. But in the UK, Kirby and the Forgotten Land sets a franchise record for the biggest Kirby game in the launch. So let's go ahead and get into this here. So publisher Nintendo and developer HAL Laboratory have released Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch last Friday. The platformer has set a record in the UK for the biggest opening week ever for Kirby franchise, according to the head of game industry Christopher Dring. It is also the 5th best-selling Kirby game after just 1 week. So 1 week, 5th best-selling Kirby game. Kirby games have been releasing in that region since the early to mid 90s. So think about that for a second. That's actually pretty impressive as well. Quote, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is #1 in the UK boxed retail charts this week, said Dring. It comfortably beat Tiny Tina, which is at #2. It is the biggest ever Kirby launch by a big margin, and it's already the 5th biggest Kirby game ever in the UK after just 1 week. Obviously, it's still a small series for Nintendo. The launch is a little below that of last year's Metroid Dread. So let's talk about this just a little bit there. A little bit under Metroid Dread, but we don't know the digital sales ratio when it comes to things. So obviously the sales numbers and all that, you can just kind of take it like, okay, we have a little bit of the picture here. But for it to beat out Tiny Tina, which is a huge franchise, historically, obviously the Borderlands franchise has always sold better than the Kirby franchise. Like Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3, those games definitely sell better. So maybe because it's Tiny Tina's and not Borderlands, like with the guns, that obviously affected people to not buy the game, or maybe even people are waiting a bit more. But yeah, I don't think Tiny Tina's, like with the magic and all that, has the same forte in terms of the mainline Borderlands game. So it's not quite the same thing as a mainline Kirby game, more so than anything. But yeah, a little bit surprising there with that one, especially since Tiny Tina is on like multiple different platforms, pretty much every platform when it comes to 8th gen and the current gen, and also PC, just no Switch version of the game. So very impressive there. Very impressive to see Kirby kind of do really well. And heck, Metroid Dread did well. So if this is where we see Nintendo's 2nd tier selling franchise or 3rd tier selling franchises doing this well and all breaking previous franchise records, that's a good thing. This is something that's awesome that Nintendo definitely needed. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a phenomenal game, and more people are picking it up. 5th best selling of all time over there. And this is the reason why, when it comes to how confident I was with Metroid Dread, is because we are seeing this consistently. This is not the first time that Nintendo has brought out a franchise game that maybe doesn't sell as much as other games out there, and they blow away their expectations on what the series has done before. It's happened before with Xenoblade, it's happened before with Legend of Zelda, with Mario, with Fire Emblem, pretty much with every single franchise game that they've put out there from all of their big IPs that they do have. It always happens. So there's no exception to here with Kirby, and I think that if you look at it worldwide, Kirby's doing incredible. It's #1 on Amazon in so many different places, #1 or #2, but it's in the top 5 pretty much everywhere. It's doing great on the eShop. People really showed out for Kirby, you know, this time around. People didn't show up as much for Star Allies. That game's not quite as good, even though that Kirby game sold over 3 million, so people did somewhat show up for it. But this game seems to have done that and then some in a much shorter time period, or at least it will do that. According to my man Paul Gill Network, who's been accurate on many different sales numbers, he says Kirby did about 2 million in its opening weekend. So that is huge for Kirby if that's the case. 2 million in the opening weekend, that is fantastic. That is like 60% plus of the Star Allies sales, are right about there. So that's a good thing for sure. That's a good thing. So what are your thoughts when it comes to Kirby and the Forgotten Land setting this record and what it potentially did on the Nintendo Switch this past weekend? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got a brand new major RPG announcement here from Bandai Namco. All of you One Piece fans, buckle up, get ready, because a brand new big RPG is coming for you and your Xbox or PlayStation or PC. So publisher Bandai Namco and developer ILCA have announced One Piece Odyssey, a new One Piece RPG project for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, and PC via Steam. It will launch this year in 2022. So here's a little bit of an overview of the game. One Piece fans are going berserk right now. They're going crazy over this. So One Piece Odyssey is an RPG project filled with the unique elements of adventure from One Piece that have been highly desired by fans. The project has been in the works for many years so that fans can truly touch the world of One Piece, and now is ready to be unveiled. Join this brand new RPG featuring new character and monster designs produced by Eiichiro Oda, the author of One Piece. The game is also complemented by a beautiful music of Motoi Sakuraba, a composer well known for his various contributions to video games such as the Dark Souls and Tales of series. A broken Thousand Sunny scattered crew members. Luffy's mission Straw Hat. During their voyage, the Straw Hat, led by Monkey D. Luffy, are swallowed by a huge storm at sea. They end up on a mysterious island full of nature amidst the storm and become separated from each other. The crew sets out on a new, adventurous journey filled with wonders of a raging nature, powerful enemies, and strange encounters with island locals. Work with Luffy and his crew to set sail once again. So you're kind of like marooned or something like that. You're kind of like stranded and you have to get past this really crazy island out there with all these different monsters, and looks like they're taking their time with this one. So here are the key features of the game. A mysterious land. Luffy decides to scout the island to meet up with his scattered crew members. They come across various mysterious ruins and never before seen monsters. Although excited to scout the island together, things soon take an unexpected turn. Discover and experience an original storyline. Straw Hats as one, defeat new enemies, unravel mysteries, and unearth a whole adventure with your favorite Straw Hats. In addition to Luffy, you can play as Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, and Brook. RPG with a One Piece twist. Experience quests and dungeons, all with an authentic One Piece twist. Enjoy what you love about RPGs, but with your favorite characters and original touch from the One Piece universe. Obviously, there's the announcement trailer, which I might or might not be playing because Bandai Namco is kind of crazy with these trailers. So we'll see. If not, you'll be getting screenshots of everything here. And I do want to say that this game looks really cool for One Piece fans. It reminds me almost of like the Hogwarts announcement. If you're big into that universe and you read the books and watched the movies and all of that, then this looks like maybe a dream game for you. If you're not someone that's into that, then maybe it doesn't quite look that way. It doesn't quite have that universal appeal, since it is going to have, I guess, an original storyline and everything like that. So I'm guessing that this is going to be a great game for people who love One Piece. Unfortunately, I am not in that boat. I think that the anime looks cool. I watched my man Roger's Base get all crazy for certain episodes and stuff like that, but I don't really watch this because there's too many of them and I didn't get in on time. But maybe one of these days I will get into One Piece. However, I did play One Piece Unlimited World Red back in the day on the Wii U, and I reviewed that because there was like no games on the Wii U. Nobody was making anything, so that was like the one game that came out at that time, and I thought that it was okay, but I've never been a One Piece fan. But I do think that One Piece is cool. I think that people that enjoy it are going to probably like this game, and this is going to be a nice big RPG for all those fans out there to get excited about. So I'm happy for the One Piece fans out there. But Bandai Namco, please, can we get something from the Naruto series? Can we get something Naruto? Can we get something, a new game, like a good game? Like it's been quite some time. The last one sucked. So please, Bandai Namco, I'm begging you. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, guys. It looks like we're gonna have a big PlayStation announcement soon, or announcements, I should say. Maybe by the time that you're watching this video, we already know what's going on here. We've got crazy rumors, Sony to buy From Software and more. What's going on here? Maybe it happens. I don't know. Everyone's buying everyone these days. So, rumor. PlayStation is rumored to have 3 announcements this week. Reporter and Kind of Funny's Greg Miller via Twitter announced it is looking to be a very exciting week for PlayStation announcements, as there are currently 3 rumors. Quote, man, looking like it might be a very interesting week for PlayStation if ever one of the 3 rumors I have heard is true, said Miller. As such, we're going to delay recording PS I Love You XOXO until Thursday. I didn't know they had something that was named that. I don't say this often, but maybe a little bit cringe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm cringe. Anyway, you guys let me know. One rumor is that Sony Interactive Entertainment is set to announce its new video game subscription service, codenamed Spartacus, this week, which we've talked about quite a bit on the Spawncast. I haven't talked about it on the channel here, but I have talked about it on my live streams, just not in videos. But, you know, I'm not a live service guy, or not live service. I'm not a subscription service type of person, but it looks like this is coming out, and it could be pretty good based on some of the rumors. Now, Spartacus will reportedly combine PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now into a single service and will give subscribers access to a catalog of modern and classic games for a monthly fee. Sources claim the new service at launch will have a lineup of hits released in recent years. Spartacus will reportedly come in 3 tiers. The first tier includes existing PlayStation Plus benefits. The second includes a large catalog of PlayStation 4 and eventually PS5 titles, while the third includes extended demos, game streaming, and a library of classic PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PSP games. So very interesting there with that. I think that there's going to be a lot of Sony fans that be very excited about this new service. If you're really into playing the PlayStation brand of games and not really owning your games and everything being digital and all this type of stuff, this is going to be exciting for you. This is supposedly their answer for Game Pass. So if this is their answer for Game Pass, I hope it works out for them. I'm just not a subscription service type of person. I don't want to own the big games in a subscription service. I want to buy those games and have them and be able to sell them or trade them or do whatever I want with them down the line and display them. But that's just me. I know there's millions of gamers out there that are not like that, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm excited about Spartacus when I probably will not be. I'll try it out. I'll see the service myself, just like I tried out PS Plus when it came out, and I think I even tried out PS Now back when it came out, and I've tried out Xbox Live. Obviously, I've tried out Xbox Game Pass. I've done all that, and I've tried it just to see if it's for me. It's probably not, but I'll try it out to see what they offer here with this service. But what do you guys think about all the stuff we discussed here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.